Day 29 of our DIY Sprinter van build. I am so glad New York, the weather is getting a lot cooler. Yesterday was like the hottest day. It's like 90 degrees and the rest of the days here is going to be like mid 70s. So I'm so happy for that. It's going to make the van building process a little bit more comfortable. And yesterday I received this item here, this big long box. It is a headliner shelf. So if you guys remember our old van, we have a headliner shelf, which is basically extra storage right above the cab area because it's a pretty bulky spot here, and adding a shelf here will give us more space to put things. And the last van, we built it ourselves, but this area right here is actually pretty hard to scribe and cut a board out to make it fit exactly and cleanly. It took us a little more time than we liked last time from what we remember. So we figured we just order it from Amazon. I'll link it in the description if you guys want to check it out. So I'm going to install that. And then if I have time later, I'm going to head over to maybe a lumberyard or Lowe's or Home Depot, because we can actually start closing up some walls in this van. Electrical was ran yesterday and the day before. So now everything that needs to go in between the walls are there. Installation is done, electrical are done, so we can close everything up and start building our cabinetry. Base cabinets, closets, base cabinets, and upper cabinets. So that's going to be super fun. And with the weather being cooperative, we should get a lot done quickly. So let's get started. So I paid $169 for this headliner shelf on Amazon. Let's see if the quality is any good and if it's easy to install. I checked the reviews. They say that all the hardware is included and it's just a really easy plug and play shelf here, which I will save myself some headache of making that template and building it out myself. Building it out ourselves is not hard, it's just time consuming. Oh, it's a very thin piece. Okay. It is like an aluminum piece. Here. Let me take everything out first. Comes with the brackets. And oh, it's cool. It's got a felt piece. It looks like it sticks onto the bottom on like there's a piece of tape here behind this felt. All right, let's keep that here for a minute. And okay, that's it. I noticed they started selling different Sprinter van accessories on Amazon for a pretty reasonable price. Most of these Sprinter stuff, if you buy it on like the specific Sprinter websites that sell Sprinter gear, it's pretty expensive. Like for example, if I wanted to install a ladder in the back that carries the tire, it's usually around like $2,000. Like by a company called Owl Vans, they make those ladders. Really nice looking aluminum black ladders. And I found on Amazon something similar for like $1,000, which is awesome. I don't know if I'll end up ordering that, but one thing at a time. All right, this headliner shelf is not bad. It's a piece of aluminum. Should be really sturdy. Okay, let's put this here for a minute. Let me clean up. Oh, by the way, I don't want to throw out these cardboard boxes because I will need it for scribing the walls and stuff. So I will definitely keep this. Okay, so this is the headliner shelf made for our Sprinter van. Our Sprinter is a 2024. I think this fits from 2019 to the modern 2025. They're all the same. And what I want this, and what I like the most about buying a pre-made headliner shelf is it's gonna have a perfect fitment, or it's supposed to, so that I don't have to trace the shape that I need, because that area is a little bit wonky. And I think this is gonna fit perfectly, but let's try. I'm guessing the side with the lip is gonna be the top side. Let's see how this fits. Yeah, this is a perfect fit. Yep, it's just gonna go like this. And it's got the brackets to install, and there's no drilling holes required. It just fits underneath this handle here, this hook here. Same for the other side. And that will hold up the shelf in place. Okay. All right, let's get this thing installed. This should be a pretty easy install process. They got a instruction manual here, the brackets, and the screws along with it. This is coming off. T25 and T30. And we are putting it back. And then for this side, just gotta remove this little tab here. This is a T30. Okay, let's loosen that. Okay, now that this is loose, let's put the bracket in. Pull it back a little bit. There you go. Okay. And same for this side. Okay. All right, now that the brackets are on, it's not fully secured yet. We'll probably still need to adjust it after this goes in, but let's get this placed on top and let's get all the screws in. Oh wow, this fits perfectly. So easy to install. I love this. Oh, yes. Okay. All right, just match it up. I might not even put that fabric on. This looks sweet. Okay, let's put the bolts in, and I think we're pretty much done. All right, let's put the washer in the bolt and the nut right here. Okay, I'm just gonna put them all in and then I'll tighten all of it. This is the headliner shelf. Looking really sleek, really nice, and you can kind of see some light peeking through here, but it's as good as it's gonna get for this type of headliner shelf. I'm so glad I don't have to make this cut for myself, and it's really level too, really light. If I were to do it myself, I would get like a piece of plywood, trace it out, test fit it multiple times just to get it as perfect as I can. Find the brackets online, because I don't think you can just buy the brackets. So you have to almost bend the brackets to make it fit. That would be maybe a day or two worth of work just to get a headliner shelf like this. I'm happy to pay $170 for this shelf that's already made, lighter. And it's also got a rod, which I'm gonna also install. And I also need to tighten these before I wrap up here. So let's do that, and I'll show you the final product. The fitment of this rod is just a little bit off. I kind of have to bend this bracket here to get it to fit. Let me see if I can push it in. Just a little bit off. I think there's a bit of a mistake on their measurement here. But I think it should be okay. It's off by like maybe 3 or 4 millimeter. Not by a lot, but these things are really tough metal, so you can't even bend that bracket too much. But I think it should be okay. Aside from that little hiccup with the rail, I really like how this came out. It's modern, it's sleek, it's all black, and it's lightweight. For 170 bucks, I think this is definitely worth it. It took me what, maybe 45 minutes to get this thing installed, but it saved a lot of time and a lot of headache making it myself. One less thing to have to really worry about, so I like it. I recommend this. So if you guys are looking for a headliner shelf that you can buy on Amazon and install for yourself, DIY, easy plug and play, I will link it in the description below, so check it out. And I'm going to be discarding this felt piece that was included with the kit here. This is like a light gray color, so I am not going to install it. It's not going to go well with the rest of the van. It's too light for sure. Yeah, no, this is not happening. I'm sticking with the black aluminum. That looks awesome. Actually, this piece might be for the inside of the van. I think I will install it on the inside, just because if there's things in here you kind of don't want it to rattle, this felt piece is gonna just keep it silent. So, all right, let me just stick it on. I think it is for the inside. Yeah, it's definitely for the inside because there are holes for the bolts here. That fits perfectly. Well done. I wish they would have made this thing black, just to make it a little bit more sleek, but you can't really see it from the inside anyway. Maybe I should have installed this first, because this is not the easiest to get in position with this being up here. Yeah, I probably should have done it first. All right, let's see how I do getting this piece back in. I mean, I can take the entire shelf and do it over to make it a little bit easier, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I will just do what I can with this. Make it as nice as I can. All right, I am done with the felt piece. It looks really good. It came out really clean. I matched it to basically exactly where the holes are, and the fitting came out really nice, so I'm happy with it. I definitely should have done it from the beginning before I installed it. So lesson learned, if you're installing this, do this felt piece before you do it. All right, done with the headliner. Let's move on to something else. Hey, I was wondering if you guys sell Baltic birch plywood?
Baltic birch, yes, we have birch plywood.
Okay, you have it in 3/4 inch, ½ inch, and...
Yes, yes.
So I just called the lumber yard in Staten Island here. They have the Baltic birch plywood that I'm looking to pick up. Those are the plywood that we're going to be using to make the cabinets, lower cabinet and upper cabinet. And I'm going to go pick it up in a few. I just need to calculate how much I need, how many sheets of plywood I need. I don't want to overbuy or underbuy, because I'll have to go back if I underbuy, which is not ideal. But I don't think I can return it if I buy it at a lumber yard. And usually when I overbuy, I would just use it. I normally won't return it. just because it's like a hassle. I can always find use for like wood. So I'm gonna need the 1/4-inch stuff for the walls here. Make some cuts. So 1, 2, 3, probably 3 for the wall. And then the bottom, I might be able to reuse the original Mercedes paneling for down here. It ends right here, so I'll need to do something down here and down here. Well, this one also have that piece, so down here. So 4 pieces of 1/4-inch. The 1/2 inch will be, most of the stuff will be 1/2 inch, aside from like the cabinets themselves, the structure. The walls in between will be 1/2 inch, and then the door is also going to be 1/2 inch. I'm thinking maybe 3 for now. I'll probably need more because I need to frame out the closets here. Let's get 4. And then the biggest one will be the 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch. Those are the main structural items, like the bed frame here. That's going to be 3/4. The base cabinets, upper cabinets, will be the 3/4. So I will need at least 1 here. No, 2. Is 1 piece enough for the sliding door? Maybe. Let's call it 3 for the cabinets. 3. Let's get 4 pieces. I think 4 will be okay. And I don't have to all use the Baltic birch for everything. Like for example, the 1/4-inch stuff, I can probably use something lighter like a poplar. So I'm really only getting the 1/2 inch for, say, the base cabinets, the bed frame, and the upper cabinets. Those are the birch plywood. I'm actually gonna swing by Home Depot first to pick up the track for the circular saw, and then I'll see if they also have the poplar plywood. I know Lowe's has some. I forgot what size they were. Maybe 3/4 inch. So I can kind of mix up some softer wood, which is the poplar, and then some heavier wood like the birch plywood, Baltic birch. So that's the game plan. Let's go buy some wood. Let's check out what type of plywood they have here at this Home Depot. They have regular birch plywood on this side. And on this side they have PVC. This is PVC. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna pick up any plywood today here at Home Depot. I think the lumberyard is gonna be cheaper anyway, so I think I'll just pick all of it up there. All right, then I don't need this thing. I'm gonna pick up a chalk reel. This will help make straight lines easier. So it looks like they don't have the size that I want for the circular saw guide. They only have the rip cut here and the Acu cut, which is smaller, and I can't make a straight cut on an 8-foot board, which is the standard size of the length of a plywood. So I'm gonna check another store. I mean, you can get it delivered here, but it's gonna take days. So I'll find it somewhere else. But I'll just pick up these stuff. Well, it looks like the lumber yard is already closed. They closed pretty early, 3:30. So I won't be able to pick up wood today. I'll head out a little bit earlier tomorrow, and I'll swing by a Lowe's near that lumber yard to pick up the circular saw cut. So for now, I won't be able to do much. I'm gonna head back home, see if I can kind of work on some miscellaneous things, and we'll get working on the bigger projects whenever we get the wood. What I'll be working on for the rest of the day is to create the cubby for the bed area on both sides, this one and this one. When the bed is lowered, this is gonna be a little bit of a storage area to have a light here and to store your phone when we're sleeping. So let's create the box, the frame, and then I will get this thing attached. So we're not going to use the insulation for this section here. So I'm going to peel it off. There are two tools that I think make van building a lot faster and smoother if you have. One is a really good pocket hole screw jig. How fast I made these. I had a smaller version that I have to clamp on when we built our first van. That took forever and it would move and stuff. So this one is from Amazon. It works really well. It has this thing that you can clamp the wood to. I can link it in the description below if you want something good and cheap. And then the other thing is the circular saw track, the thing that I was looking for today. That'll help making straight cuts really quick. You don't want to have to measure it 5 times using like a ruler or something and make it straight. So having like a straight track thing helps with speeding up the entire build process. Okay, let's test fit these. Okay. That's perfect. It's gonna sit right here. I'm gonna add a piece of 1.5 inch down here so I can screw it into here, and that should secure it. The cubby storage are done. One here, and when the wall closes up, this is going to be a little pocket with phones and stuff in here. I'll add a little light here, USB charger, and we'll be able to charge our phones at night, these two. So now that I am done with these two cubbies, I need to frame out this window, make it look nice, as well as this window. And I'm out of wood, or at least the wood that I need to frame it out. So dinner is almost ready. I'm gonna swing by Lowe's real quick to buy the wood so that I can work on it maybe tomorrow. At least I'll have the wood. So let me make a quick swing over, and then we'll have some dinner. I just came back from Lowe's and my mom made a bunch of food as usual. Wow, look at all this stuff here. Wow, this is fried chicken fillet, some veggies. This is beef and zucchini, and some fish with lemon. Very nice. Yeah, what is it then? Is it chicken? It could be pork. I don't know what this is. 係豬定係牛啊？
呢個係
豬頸肉。Oh, okay. 即係 pork jewel. Yes, Spencer. You want some rice? You can have a little bit. Hey, 食飯. What do you say? That is it for today's video. I realized I should finish framing the window area, the 3 window areas, before I start putting up walls in. I think that should make the wall fitting process a lot easier. I think that's probably the sequential I should do it in anyway. So if you guys want to keep watching our DIY Sprinter van build, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when the new videos come out. And if you enjoy watching this video, smash that like button so they can spread out to more people. Spencer's hanging out with Grandma next door in her room. So we will catch you guys on the next video. Bye bye.